Hello and welcome everyone, Faye here, and today is another episode in our series of Kickboxing Basics. Today we're going to learn our left and right uppercuts. So it's probably a move you've seen a lot in kickboxing videos or MMA culture. So if you'd like to learn how to do that move, please stay tuned. Just like we learned with our 3-4 hooks, our 5-6 uppercuts are just going to be mirror images of one another depending on what side of the body you're on. So once you master one, it's a lot easier to transition on over to the other. So first let's go ahead and start with our left uppercut. Some people like to call that your lead uppercut. So it just depends on the gym, the lingo that they're using. So let's go ahead and get in our fighting stance. If you missed that video, it was number 1 in our series, so just check back to that, and that can show you how to have your feet, your posture, and everything. But this one isn't going to have a lot of foot movement with it, so I won't insert any cut scenes of what my feet are doing. They're going to, just for this basic move, stay pretty stationary. So we're in our fighting stance, we're hunched over, our hands are up by our face protecting us, we've got this nice 45-degree angle. So we're just going to duck down. So imagine someone is throwing either a cross or a jab and you're just coming down to avoid it. Okay? So we're going to come over and up. And ideally when, say, someone's throwing their 2, if you'll notice I'm kind of moving forward, my head is out. So in a real fight, say where we were doing MMA or sparring against a partner, my fist would actually be making contact under their chin. Or if you're doing some mixed martial arts or street fighting styles, you're actually trying to hit their chest. So rather than come straight up, your fist might actually come out and up. So depending on where in the body you're actually trying to hit. But for this, let's just keep it simple. Come up. So we're gonna come down, circle, and come up. Just like that. Down, circle, and up. So I'll do this from the side, that way you can kind of see what I'm doing. If I'm in my fighting stance, I'm going to come down to avoid that 2 or 3. I'm going to move over, because again, just going down and up isn't going to cut it. Down, up, over, and up. Over and up. And as you may notice, my pinkies are facing my target as I'm coming down, but as I'm twisting and moving my arm back up, the hand is actually rotating to where all my knuckles are facing my opponent, or in this case, shadow boxing. So that way I would be able to get this part of my knuckles under their chin, or dig this part of my knuckles into that chest cavity. So again, in our fighting stance, I'm gonna come down, up, down, up. If you want to practice this, a great way to do it is against, say, the back of a couch, if you have one. So you're going to come down and forward and just hit the back of the couch. Again, we can make that move because if we're hitting the chest cavity, that's a good solid hit. So down, up, okay? So now let's transition to the right hook. Some people call this your like backup hook. Again, depends on the gym and who you're working with. So we're in our fighting stance. This one, we're going to come up and lean to the left. So if you notice that as I was doing my left hook, I was going right. So bending down, shifting right, and coming up. This time we want to come down, shift right, or pardon me, shift left, and then come up. So, and again, my hands are always protecting my face. Even when I'm doing my left, I've still got my right hand by my face, and when I'm doing my left, coming up like that. So, and you don't need to duck dramatically down. What my Sifu mainly has us visualize is, say we're fighting someone our same size. So if I'm fighting someone my size, their 2 and their jabs are going to come right around this angle. So I just want to make sure I'm coming down at least enough to get the shoulders below it. because again, we're coming down and over. So we're hopefully missing that. So you don't need to come way down and like crawl on the floor or anything crazy like that. And if you're fighting a much taller opponent, like sometimes my seafood will spar with me, I don't need to go down as far because he's a really tall guy. And to miss those, it's really easy. Just boop, down a little bit and you're done. So let's go ahead and do that one more time. We're gonna bend down, come over, and then up. Or again, if I'm aiming at the chest cavity, bend down, come over, and out. So again, from this side, nice fighting stance, hands up, down, over, up, or down, over, out, okay? And I apologize for the background noise. There is a bunny playing behind me. So down, over, out, and up, down, over, up, down, over, out. And again, you can practice that with the back of your couch. It's okay to just practice this motion, that kind of forward and up, because it becomes really intuitive once you get that down to just go straight up. All right, so to recap, here's our left uppercut, coming down and up, or the second variation, down and out, and then for the right, up, forward. All right, so thank you so much for staying with me today while we learned our right and left uppercut. Please, as always, like and subscribe this video to stay up to date on all of my content, and I will see you guys next week with another fitness video. Bye guys.